we are Davey and Sky, and this is the Magdalen Islands.
Or the French pronunciation, Îles de la Madeleine, is a series of islands and an archipelago in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. It is closer to Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland, even though it is part of the Quebec maritime region. With a population of roughly 13,000, these islands are known for their stunning red cliffs, vast sandy beaches, and their friendly people. There are a few different ways that you can get here. You can of course fly, but we took a ferry, so we jumped on the ferry in Surrey, PEI, and it's a 5-hour ferry, dog friendly. There's actually a whole dog friendly deck. And then we arrived here on the Magdalen Islands and we checked into a beautiful cottage called the Navigator Millerand.
These colorful oceanfront cabins are equipped with a full kitchen, 2 bedrooms, are pet friendly, and have beautiful views of the beach below and nearby Ancilla Cabane Lighthouse, which is the oldest lighthouse still in service in the archipelago.
We are starting our afternoon off here in the village of Le Gray, which is on the southern island of the Île de Havre. This charming village is a hub of artisan shops, cafes, restaurants, and a museum. It's a popular spot on the island for both visitors and Madeleinots to experience the maritime history and take in the coastal scenery. I just got a little souvenir that I will use every single day until it's gone, and then I'll dream of it. We are here now at Velo Evasion. Am I saying it right? Okay.
Velo Evasion.
Velo Evasion.
Yeah, right.
And we're here with Stefan, and he's going to be taking us on a fat bike tour today. And where will we be heading?
Butte, on the dune of Sandy Hook.
So there's going to be some incredible fat biking all across like desert-like sandy areas, which is going to be very exciting. Yeah. This is about a 2-hour tour, and you can find them here seasonally all summer and fall, right up until Thanksgiving.
Summer and fall,
Awesome. Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo!
We've reached the end of the line. You get a really nice view of Entry Island, which, weather permitting, we might be there tomorrow.
E-bike experience has been fabulous. I am not the most graceful driver, that's for sure. So if I can do it, I think that you can also do it too. We were quiet. I wasn't sure when I found out that we were going to be taking these bikes out onto the sand. I was very nervous. I was picturing me like struggling through some thick sand, but we kept right along the shore, which meant we were all on the compact sand, and we just sailed right down the beach. It was amazing. There are still people that hike all the way out here, but it wasn't long until we were riding and there was like hardly any people at all, and it was just kind of us cruising.
Our guide, Stefan, he's went out to sea, like it's that little red dot out there. He did say that you could walk out like 600 meters or something like that.
Tonight we are going to be eating at the restaurant Bistro Accents, which is actually located in the Chateau Madeleine, and it's known to be for gourmet cuisine that specializes in local flavors, so local Îles de la Madeleine flavors, as well as the view looking over the ocean. So let's head inside and see what's in store.
But it is very likely that I will be getting a cheeseburger.
Stop! I say that, but also I love me a good cheeseburger. To start our meal off, we are actually trying a local delicacy and something that is quite common here, and it's seal meat. So they hunt seal and they have seal meat, and we've got a starter version of it. So it's a seal meat and teriyaki with apple butter, and there's mushrooms under there as well. That's really good. I mean, I love seals. I think they're so cute, but I appreciate local hunting cultures, so kind of like you get like a blubbery part of your steak, but it does have that slight fishiness, but the teriyaki sauce is really masking most of the fishiness, so.
Good morning. Well, afternoon. We were up really early this morning, and we hopped on another ferry to Entry Island. And we've kind of been exploring a little bit. We went to the museum because it's been very foggy, but it just cleared up, and we're gonna hike to the highest point on all of the islands. It's called the Big Hill. And it just kind of like looks like Scotland. It's like the landscape here is very Scottish looking.
Very hilly, no
and
trees.
They don't do the switchbacks. It's just straight up, just like Scotland. And the ferry this morning, it was $77 for the both of us and the dogs. I think the dogs got off for free. Yeah, that is straight up. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So pretty.
Oh, it is what it says it is. It's a big hill.
Okay, you gotta touch the top.
Okay. Earlier when we were in the museum, I did read that a lot of these hills and areas around the island are actually named for what they were used for. So Plaster Hill is named Plaster Hill because that's where they would grab stuff to make plaster. Wash Pond Hill, which I'm assuming is over there by the pond, was used for washing. And atop Wash Pond Hill was the first lighthouse that was constructed on the island in 1874. But it was too high, so ships actually thought that the lighthouse was a star. So they were like, oh no, we put this in the wrong space. So they had to move the entire lighthouse closer to the Cape, but then they underwent a storm and eroded a bunch of stuff, so then they had to move it again. I think they moved it like almost 2 or 3 times before they finally have the location where it sits today over there. David just thought that was such a funny story. I mean, to build a lighthouse, I mean, it must have felt so rewarding to get that up and then only to be told like, no, ships are mistaking it for a star. It's way too high. As we were taking the ferry in the other day, it looks like something mystical on the horizon. Like it really does like sprout on you and you don't realize how high it is, I guess, until you see it.
Yeah, we pretty much just looped the whole island. We started way down there at the wharf, went to the museum, top of the hill, and we're coming back down here. We're gonna see if we can get something to eat at the restaurant. Wait, don't you have to mail a letter?
No.
This is the post office. You don't have to mail anything?
I'm making a joke. A funny joke.
We are back at the wharf early for our boat. We don't want to miss it. And there's a restaurant here and a cafe. So we're gonna grab something from this little cafe here. Fun time on Entry Island.
That was so cool. We just spent the whole day on an island, off an island. But then we got back here and all of a sudden their sun is out? Where has that been all day? What an experience. If you come to the Magdalen Islands, definitely plan a day just to spend on Entry Island because it's kind of like somebody mentioned it was like stepping into what the Magdalen Islands would have looked like 20 some years ago or so. Like just kind of, I don't know, it's just very rural and very neat.
This is Corfu Island Beach. It's on the other side of the islands. This is the sunset side. And there is a shipwreck way down the end. And these islands right here are just like covered in so many birds that they pooped on it and it looks like snow. And it was the craziest thing I'd seen on the drone. Like, it's amazing.
I haven't seen it yet.
The shipwreck is nuts.
Wow, look
and the
at that
sky is exploding right now.
Chloe snuck out.
What do you mean she snuck out?
Like, I opened the door, and like, it was a tiny crack, just enough for my body. And somehow, she just like...
Bolted?
I don't know, I don't understand how it happened. And I like, it was like this big, and I'm like, you guys stay there. And then I went out, closed the door behind me, and next thing you know, she was beside me. I don't know how she did it. She just like Houdini'd herself out of the cottage. Alright, let's start the day. Today we are going to be exploring one of the islands here on the Magdalen Islands, and it's Maison, which has quite a few different food producers and of local flavors. So we're going to be starting off with a honey producer, which is Miel, and they create honey, mead, honey coated cranberries was what I read online too. So we're going to go inside and maybe sample some stuff and check it out.
Yeah.
How do you try this?
See, I'll show you the technique. It's pretty easy. You just, here and then
That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the end, there's the beeswax that you can throw in the basket, or it's comestible. Some people swallow it, but it's up to you.
What do you do?
You can just throw it in the basket.
Oh, like
the beeswax.
Choke. I did read that.
Yeah,
and that's
chokeberry.
probably what's giving its color
Exactly,
as well.
yeah.
What kind of berry would that be similar to? Like a cranberry?
Like similar to a blackcurrant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's same color, and it's not sweet. The berry, it's more like acid. So it's a good match with the honey because
Doubles the sweetness.
it's not exactly. It's not too sweet.
Nice.
Some people compare it to a pork also.
Ooh, that is yummy. So we just popped into the shop, which was super nice to do, and you can see some of the products, and we got to meet one of the owners. It's actually family owned for over 30 years now. Their father started the business, and now all of the kids are very hands-on too. And what's neat about this honey producer is the fact that they have actually beehives all over the Magdalen Islands, which means that every product that you sample, you get to taste the islands. It's very much kind of similar to wine, of like the terroir. How we were described to it once when we were trying mead was that every time you sample honey or mead or any honey products, you're really tasting a location and the journey of a bee. So it was cool to see how some of the honeys in there were different colors as well. So some were lighter and some were darker, and that's because of the location of the hives. So when you come and try these products, you are sampling all of the islands in honey form. And now we're going to take a walk up on their local trails and see some of their hives up top too. What a spot! This is gorgeous here.
Main building just down there. And they have amazing views on this hill.
I think they encourage you to come here and have like a picnic. Beautiful.
Wow.
Something that you can also do here is like book a beekeeping experience where you get to suit up and see like what it's like to take the beehives out and everything. Unfortunately, they don't offer it in the fall, but it's something to keep on your radar if you're here during the summer. And also to note how strong these bees are. I mean, these winds are crazy. They must be super strong to fly in winds like this. But the property is also very like, has a protected kind of area down there too.
Got ourselves a bottle of mead for later.
I love mead. But also David loves saying mead. Next up we are at the fromagerie, and we're gonna go in and check out what cheeses they make and maybe sample some too. This is neat, like we get to learn about the cheese industry here too. It's kind of like a mini museum as well. Oh my gosh, this all smells so good. We're at the only fromagerie on the island. It's Fromagerie Vent, and they are quite unique, and they escorted us into this room where they have a video that showcases everything about the fromagerie and how it came to be, and the journey of the cows to get here, and how all of the dairy milk that they make each day gets sent from the farm, which is right over there, underground to this fromagerie, and then they make the cheese in-house as well. And we kind of showed over there that you can see demonstrations of them making the cheese, and then you can also sample some too.
Okay, can we try some cheese now?
No. We just got to
I'm curious about the one with the beer.
It was actually super cool to watch the video and then just be craving cheese. Not that I'm not always craving cheese 24/7, but after watching the video, you get to go out and sample some, and then we're definitely gonna buy at least one kind. It's cheesy. It's good. Next.
Next.
Do I eat the one that?
Yeah. Whoa. All right. Not sure.
Okay, so this is their signature cheese. Ooh.
Wait.
I'm like, do I eat the rind?
Did you get them to sign it?
Oh, a signature cheese. Next stop, which is actually just down the road, is Les Cultures de Large, which is an interpretation center where we can go in and learn about the fishing industry here, as well as oysters. And they produce they farm oysters, and we might even get to have some too. We're in a theater inside the center. We're gonna get a little video and that explains the story more. Really good, really salty. What sets these oysters apart is that they are the only oyster producers that actually farm them in the deep ocean waters in all of North America. Most oyster farms will have like safe bays, but here they have to go actually quite far out. They bring them in, like check on them, wash them, and then put them all the way back out. Wild. I am like a kid at Christmas right now. They just sent us home with a little goodie bag, which includes 15 oysters, a little shucker, and something to keep our hands safe. That's amazing. I was just inquiring about buying like 6 of them, but the prices are also really, really good. I'm so excited. This is awesome. He's like, you will remember us. I'm like, of course. Right across the street from Les Cultures de Large is Le Fumoir Dantan, which is a smokery which smokes fishes and meats. And we're gonna go inside. It's been in operation since 1942, and it smells incredible. I wish we could send the smell through to the camera. Wow.
I don't even know
how to eat that. So there's actually a tour bus here as well, so we didn't get to quite explore as much as we thought, but there is a smokehouse which gives some great history and information on the smoking culture here and how they would have done it back in the day and even today too. And then there's a video inside and a shop, and we got some smoked salmon because it's David's favorite thing like ever, and we also got smoked herring, which he said that you can just eat it like jerky. We didn't go for buying the whole fish, we just bought these 2 little sticks instead because we weren't feeling that adventurous, but yeah.
So it's good with beer.
He said it's very good with beer, very salty, and pairs well with beer. And we're like, well, there is a brewery on this island, so we're gonna go there too.
So right behind the oyster place and the smoked meat place, there is a big cliff.
Butte de Quai de la Pointe-Basse.
There you go. Loving all these trails that just go straight up. No switchbacks here. So that lighthouse down there is Cape Alright Lighthouse, and I think we're gonna hop down there and enjoy our stuff that we collected today.
All the foods.
All the foods. Alright, we're gonna walk to the Alright Lighthouse.
Oh my gosh, were you just waiting to say that? Alright, alright, alright. It's Owen Wilson's favorite.
No,
did you know?
That's Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, right, sorry. Did you know this is Matthew McConaughey's favorite lighthouse?
Get out of there.
Alright, move. Oh gosh, I'm not used to like doing it though. I don't want to lose the juice. Oh no. An oyster picnic with a lighthouse and a bus of tourists. All right, shuck yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pretty good, huh?
That's so much better than I thought it would be. Like, I don't know why. It tastes like a fishy jerky. Like, he said they smoke it and it's like jerky, but I don't know. I'm just not familiar with smoked fish like that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I feel like I just went to a diner in the 70s or 60s. I don't know what I just experienced. That was amazing, and everybody is so lovely here, and also so forgiving of the fact that we don't speak much in French. So let's go eat. We are at the only microbrewery on the island. It is à l'abri de la Tempête, and it's a microbrasserie, and we got 2 different flights of drinks, so which is really nice. Is actually they write down all of the different kinds that we have, and they come on this little board, and it was about $21 per flight. So just a heads up. Maybe you can ask to sample some first and choose your favorite if that's not in your price range.
Busy spot.
Very
too.
busy.
Very
spot.
popular. This morning we're hiking up here. It's called Butte. Butte des demoiselles.
Butte des demoiselles.
Which, translated on Google into English, means mounds of the young lady.
Oh my gosh, you've been like loving that joke since we got there. It's a beautiful fall day. Fall on the Magdalen Islands can be questionable because there's a lot of wind. This is known as the windy season. So there's certain activities in the summertime that you can't do in the fall, like kayaking and paddling and kite surfing and stuff like that. But it's still beautiful and it's less busy and great hiking with it. This is so pretty. It's just so crazy how the islands really like wrap around all the way to over there. Like that's the Sandy Hook Butte that we were out the other day on the bikes, and
that's Entry Island, but it looks so close from here.
It does look super close.
So this is just up from where we're staying, and it is called the Red Chair. That's a big red chair on a hill. We're gonna go check it out. I think that's the biggest chair I've ever seen.
That is the biggest chair I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
That's a huge chair.
There is a little island over there, and it is just covered in seals.
Well, it's not an island, it's just like a little rock.
Yeah, a little rock.
Sort.
We're using the zoom lens on our drone, and it's just like so cool.
We are on a mission. We have to find me a sand dollar. Okay? I'm pretty sure that they're on this side of the island. Let's go. It's a huge beach, and there's like hardly anybody here. And all of the beaches seem to be like that on the islands.
It's such nice sand.
It's not so nice.
So if you get to this beach, you go down to the left. There's like a little split in this rock here, and then there's your own little private lagoon.
Stay off the slippery rocks though, because I didn't.
And you scratched your...
And I fell.
Let's see the other arm.
And I smoked my head. Really knocked my jaw.
That's it. Video's over. Skylar's gone.
No, I'm not. I'm just like a little gone. We are at Parc de Gros-Cap, and it's a campground. Very popular spot here on the islands to camp, and some of the other spots actually weren't open, I think, like towards the end of the fall season, so this is a good, like, they stay open for a while. And we got a little campsite.
This is tonight's sunset spot. It is known as the Borgo, but on Google it's listed as Cape Lighthouse. So we're gonna get our camping chairs and set up and watch sunset.
And make some noodles.
So when we're opening up our mobile noodle restaurant.
Imagine, like Cook's Mr. Noodle charges $15.
15? Mm-hmm. No way. I charge more than that.
Oh.
Wow.
Best seats in the house.
Best seats in the house. What a sunset.
That was the final sunset of summer.
Last day of summer.
Official summer, yeah.
But all the sunsets have been like exploding after they've set. So we're gonna hang around.
There's a magic about this place.
Yeah.
There is.
There is.
I get it. I don't want to leave.
Almost an hour after sunset, and it's still going. Like it's still burning.
Glowing.
And everybody's gone. But
so
the sky is still good.
If you come visit and view sunset here, Borgo Lighthouse. Fantastic spot to view sunset. Lots of other photographers will be here. Stay after the sun sets because they will all leave and you'll have the place all to yourself. You can also enjoy the sunset from any other coast along the entire islands. Like,
There's so many spots.
There is no end to the beauty here. I am so excited to look at all the photos we got.
Good morning. We had a lazy morning this morning. It was kind of a little rainy. It was nice in the tent.
Nice, yeah. And
So-
it wasn't too windy either. We were nervous
wasn't.
about this particular campsite because of the high winds that the islands experience in the fall, but we were nice and it wasn't too bad at all. And the rain was nice and gentle in the tent. And
So we're starting our afternoon off with a bakery.
yes, we're going to be at Patisserie Hélène des Îles, and then we're going to hopefully grab some pastries and then hit the road and just kind of drive.
Yeah, we're gonna explore the northern side. We haven't been up north yet. Wow.
There's cookies here, and then there's a bunch of croissants. That bakery was so cool. It felt like you were walking right into like a grandmother's kitchen. It was just so cute, and they had tons of stuff. They also had these cinnamon buns that all came like in a 3 circular thing, and they sell them like that, though it would be too much for David and I. We got a chocolate croissant, which is like flaking already at the touch. Very exciting. A fresh chocolate chip cookie with all of the chocolate, white and looks like milk chocolate, and a croquenol, or I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a braided donut that is, ooh, that smells so interesting. So it's a braided donut that is from the Magdalen Islands, and it's deep fried in seal oil. And it's quite popular, especially here on Havre aux Maisons, and we're going to try it for the first time. It definitely has some spices in it, but at first bite you really get like a salty seaweedy taste, probably from the seal oil, which is so interesting. But then it kind of has like a...
That is weird.
It's weird.
It's kind of fishy.
It's fishy at first, but then keep chewing it, and it tastes like
It's sweet and fishy.
sweetness, yeah. I read online that those who love it, love it.
We're just coming through this area where there's just a single road and I guess ocean and maybe a bay on the other side, but it's super windy, so there is so many people kite surfing right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's 2 guys that are going over there right now too.
Honestly, it looks fun.
It looks so fun.
We are on Point aux Loups now. There's a wharf here, and then in between that is like some cliffs and then a beach. So we're gonna do the cliffy side first and then go check out the beach. Whoa. We're just down a bit from the cliffs going to the beach, and this spot's kind of tucked away. There's not any signs or anything saying that you can come down here. It just looks like a driveway, and then this really nice beach. So yeah, we were just on top of those cliffs right over there. It's a nice little beach here. Holy smokes!
Very tide dependent.
This is incredible! We've discovered that the sand is squeaky. Such a nice beach, I have to go for a swim. 10 out of 10 beach, would recommend.
It has a bit of everything. We met a local lady that kind of informed us. She said, make sure that when you're near the cliff edge that they can like collapse. So that is one
Something
thing
to be aware of.
Something to definitely be cautious of, which we were very aware of and we were keeping an eye on. But I like the way that she put it. She said this beach has a little bit of everything. It has the dunes, it has the cliffs, like the red sandstone cliffs. It has squeaky sand, it has great swimming water, like it kind of, seals, we saw seals. It has a bit of everything.
Yeah, definitely check this spot out. I'm gonna mark it in the description because it's not like a natural place on Google Maps. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a little secret parking lot.
Je suis vraiment désolée, je n'ai plus de poisson, je n'ai plus de scallope et je n'ai plus de homard.
No more fish.
Poutine?
Poutine? Yeah.
I guess so.
Today is the last day of the season actually for this the shack area, and that means that they ran out of all of their fish, all of their lobster rolls. They actually ran out of cheese, so we got some hearty hot dogs and fries, and they gave us extra coleslaw because they felt so bad that they ran out of everything. And we did get a little bit of poutine with a hot dog as well. They're so friendly. David and I have worked in their positions before, and I was like, no worries, take a breather. I have read reviews online though that said they had an incredible lobster roll and incredible fish and chips, so check the spot out if you can. Maybe just come earlier in the season. It was good.
It was damn good. The sun is setting. We didn't fully cover the north section yet, so we're gonna head back to camp and check the rest of it out tomorrow. But we did find this little kind of viewpoint, and Skylar's gonna fly the drone, follow us home.
This is Site de la Cote, which is a beautiful little park area. It has a cafe and a restaurant and different shops and free concerts throughout the summer. They have a stage here with live music, and this whole area is very beautiful. It's actually just down from Borgo Lighthouse where we were the other night for sunset.
And the shipwreck.
And there's the shipwreck that David's obsessed with down the coast too. It's just a really neat spot. We are here on a Monday, which means there are not a whole lot open today. So plan around, definitely when you're planning your adventures here. Check all of the listings on Google Maps beforehand and check the times, because then that will like determine where you go and when. We should have came here 2 days ago when everything was open. It looks like there's a gift shop over there. Look, there's a seal.
You're coming home with me.
You're coming home with me. Toby and Indy would not be impressed.
Who is this man?
It's no man, it's a lady. Her name is Emily. No, not Emily. It's so cool. There's kites everywhere. That's pretty funny.
Next spot is Butte Monet. Gonna go on a little hill hike. Yeah, it was like 2 minutes to the top.
2 minutes to the top.
Good little hike. You see the bakery we were at yesterday?
The spot that we were trying to get up to was Dauphin, I want to say, like the top over there, and it's the highest point on the mainland of the islands. But they were paving the road and doing construction up to it, so unfortunately we didn't get to go up there. I think you need quite a good off-road vehicle as well, maybe, to get to it. We weren't even sure if we could, but the road to even get to the part that's kind of off-road was being paved. So.
And when you're coming in on this road, there's all of these colorful houses.
Oh, it's so pretty. Please, like, make sure you will put it in a map maybe and just stop across the water and get a photo of these houses, and then you can see this in the background as well. So we have made our way all the way up north and around to Grande-Entrée, which is not to be mistaken with Entry Island. It's a totally different island. So Grande-Entrée is actually Quebec's lobster fishing capital, so the entire province of Quebec, this is where they fish the most lobster. And this area is well known because of the hundreds of lobster fishing boats. We're not in lobster fishing season right now, so you see some boats behind me, but there's also a bunch of boats over there that are up on land that probably, this wharf is probably packed during lobster fishing season. And everybody around here either is, well, what we read online, either fishes or works at the fish plant. So pretty cool area. And also just the water around here looks so tropical and beautiful. It's very picturesque. There was a restaurant that we were also coming up here to eat at, but it's closed today, unfortunately. So we're gonna probably just sightsee around some more. This is just like the best to just drive and sightsee. It's been a perfect itinerary of relaxing and sightseeing.
This is Old Harry Point.
I have an Uncle Harry.
And an Uncle Barry.
And an Uncle Barry. And an Uncle Aaron. And an Uncle Walter. Cafe La Grave.
Yeah, Cafe La Grave, because it came highly recommended.
De La Grave, I guess. Yes. And there's some live music playing indoors, and we're gonna go have dinner. They're a great lunch and dinner spot, always busy.
Cafe de la Grave was great. It was really loud in there. There's a lot of live music. Like every time we passed, it was bumping. Great food. Yeah.
It was really nice, and we did check in like a couple days before to see if there's spots available. So I think that it's a good spot to make a reservation because it's always busy and there's always seems to be some live music. We got serenaded by a beautiful piano player and singer while we had our food, and I got a little margarita in this beautiful fancy little glass, and it was just a really great atmosphere. We couldn't really talk too much in there though because of how loud it was. And, yeah.
And now we're home.
Now we're home.
Hopped on the ferry the next morning, and thanks for watching. We hope this video inspires you to visit the Magdalen Islands.
It was truly one of the most beautiful spots and very soul fulfilling and inspiring. And yeah, just hopefully this video gives you some inspiration, information on planning your own trip. We can't wait personally to go back someday already. So yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have a map for you to download, and you can check out all the spots we visited and some spots that we didn't make it to.
Yeah, there was quite a few that we wish we also made it to, so we'll just have to go back.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god. We take forever. He's probably like, oh my god. Breaks my bike. Has to walk home.
Oh, can I have one?
No, they're for the dogs. Do not get milk bones.
Milk bones. This is the only Tim Hortons on the island. This might be the only Rona on the island.
Might be the only Skylar on the island.
Actually, how could we get one of those? We should put it in the driveway. It could deter people from turning in our driveway.
David's such an old man now. He hates when people turn in our driveway because we have like a loopy driveway. So everybody chooses our driveway to turn around in, and David's like, "Stay off my lawn."